What's going on, guys? I thought I would do a little project while I'm on vacation. I am off the entire week for the July 4th holiday. I don't get back to work until July 6th, so I thought I would add a soft start to my system. It's a 16-year-old 14 series single stage heat pump, and I want to see if I can extend the life of that compressor a little while. So I figured I'd try putting one of these on there, and this video is not going to turn out exactly the way you think it will. Do I have success with this, or do I not have success with this? Tune in and watch the video and you'll find out. Alright guys, so what I have is a 17-year-old Nordyne 3-ton heat pump here. This is my personal system, and yes, I keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. I do not want, nor do I desire, any of that high-tech, over-engineered stuff. I want something that if I come home and it's not working, I can get it up and running and I don't have to wait 2-3 weeks to get a part or some kind of crap like that. Everything in this unit is still original. I've replaced the capacitor in it once, the indoor fan relay once, and other than that, blower motor, condenser fan motor, compressor, indoor and outdoor coils are all original and still operating fine. I do have the OEM motor in the building back there, so it's just a smaller frame 825 motor. I just want to make sure I go back with the OEM motor, but that's the original one. And in 16 years I have not added 1 ounce of refrigerant to this thing. Did the measure quick performance test on it with all the probes last summer on a 90-degree day, and this unit still puts out, delivers around 35,600 BTUs just fine. 3-ton unit still running at 3 tons of capacity. Utility bills are perfectly fine, and I'm just going to put this in there, see if I can help her last a little longer, because I don't want any of that new crap on my house. Eventually I'll have to do it, obviously, but I'll get the most basic system that I can get to replace this one when that time comes. No XVs, damn sure not that damn Infinity. None of that modulating multi-stage crap that's out there with 50 sensors in it, and half of them go bad within the first 3 years. So it's going to be a challenge getting this thing in there. I'm probably going to have to move some things in this cabinet around. I'm also going to go ahead and add a new capacitor while I'm at it, and probably the contactor. That's the original contactor, original defrost board. I do my capacitor about every 3 years, just so I don't come home and find that being a problem. The first time I replaced it, it did go out about 5 years in, and then I just made it a habit at that point to about every 3 years just throw a new capacitor in there and be done with it. And I've done the same thing on the blower motor, just to not have that problem. Anyway, let's see what I can do to get this thing redesigned and get everything moved around to get that in there. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a inrush test on this and see what my inrush is without this thing in there, and then we can do an after test once I get it installed. Alright guys, so let's do a quick test real quick. Current setup, that's not installed yet. See what my inrush on this thing is. The LRA on this unit is 81 amps. So we're going to see where we come out at. Been a while since I've checked it. So right there you see the LRA on this is 81. I'm pulling 91 on the initial inrush when this thing starts. Hopefully after we get this installed, that'll be down in the 30s, maybe the 40 range. We'll see. It claims a 70% reduction, but we'll find out, see what it does. But I might have to do a little redesign in here. So let me get all that squared away, and we will come back and see what the after results are once this thing's installed. Alright guys, so I have this thing in. Had to move some things around, went ahead and put a new capacitor and new contactor in there just while I'm doing all this. It makes sense. The old capacitor was actually checking 41 out of 45, so it was about due anyway. So basically off of this, I had to move my ground lug up here and then move my contactor back down in this area, but everything fits in there fine. I've got a bee flying around. Hope he don't sting me, but anyway. The run wire off the compressor comes off the contactor and goes to the brown wire going back to the start deal. Soft start kit. I don't necessarily like that little male-female connector they gave you to do that with. Probably going to end up wire nutting that with a good wire nut and taping it. I wonder if that doesn't end up being a point where it might melt or overheat or something. I don't know. Just not happy about that, but I'll change that. And they do make smaller versions of these, about half that size, but there's a lot more wires, and this one had pretty good reviews, so that's why I went with it. But anyway, wire from your compressor goes to the brown wire off of that soft start kit. Blue wire off the soft start goes over to the Herm side of your capacitor, and then your black wire coming off of it goes back over here to the common, or the T1 side of your contactor, L1, whichever one you want to call that. Same one that your common wire from your compressor is connected to. Some of these are different in some units, and it does explain that, so you got to follow it. This is the wires from the fan motor, so eventually I'll zip tie all this stuff and get it back in there, but I've got power to it. So let's see what kind of change we get on our inrush when I push the contactor in. Hope that thing don't blow up. But anyway, let's see what it does. You heard the delay, and as you can see now, we're running at an inrush of 22.3. Before it was 91. And you heard the delay. That's the soft start mechanism in it. The fan comes on, and then this thing just gives you a delay and gradually starts that compressor up. And we have reduced that by about 70, close to 80%, about 70%, 60 to 70% less inrush current. So that should definitely help that compressor in there, not drain that capacitor every time the thing starts. So I went back and put just a regular start kit in there. So let's go back and remember, we started at 91. That soft start once or twice got it down to 24, 22. But then I left for an hour and a half and came home, and the air conditioner wasn't working. Compressor wasn't running. Took it out of the circuit, wired the compressor back to the contactor, came on, ran just fine. So that thing's a piece of junk. So let's see what a start kit, if I can get a decent drop in it. I'm gonna leave it at just that. Let's turn the power back on. $63, that's better than 91. Maybe I'll try a different start kit, but right now I'm gonna leave that in there. That thing ain't worth a